G'day YouTube, warbles on a lot here. This is what the forest floor looks like on my place, out beyond the reach of my firefighting practice. Today I got to go to the dump, so I get a chance to drive 35 k's and back. I'll go two different ways. I'll take you along so we can do a bit of a how goes it comparison. I'm now getting to the boundary of where my water reaches. Last night, 15 minutes pumping, something around 2 tonnes onto 3/4 of an acre. Pretty sure I'm perceiving a difference in the moisture content of the 3 acres that I'm able to water with my 36-metre hose. So that's kind of like the baseline. And now, before they shut the bloody dump, I'll take you over there and we'll see what's happening along the way. Probably particularly on the way back because I'm in a bit of a hurry. I can get 7 metres the other side of the fence. I can wet down that dead tree on my neighbour's place, as long as I've got water in the tanks. I can hit my own front gate with a hose. And the dry, dead, standing grass has been slashed for compost. The better to hold the water at $20 a tonne to try to make a difference. On the bright side, everybody's been hand feeding for so long and the paddocks are so bare, there's not much for a fire to burn in the valleys. I live up on top on the other side of that hill. Country that's not grazed. This is a travelling stock reserve, not owned by anybody. It's actually in pretty good condition, all things considered. It's holding its moisture well because the canopy shades the forest floor. And you get less evaporation, and you've also got condensation forming on the leaves anytime there's dew, and then dripping on the roots. So yeah, the forest manages to hang on to a little bit of moisture when there's not much about. That's as good as it gets. Hogues Creek, at the foot of Hogues Mountain. Greenest little spot I know around here. It's the country that gets grazed that cops it the hardest. Dundee in the dry. That bloody idiot's clearing trees with a bulldozer. Wants there to be more sun hitting the ground and drying it out faster, apparently. Deepwater. A lot of people have destocked early and conserved their ground cover, so when it does rain they won't have too much sheet erosion. But some of those places beside the highway were just painful to look at. Back to bare rocks. Even the dump is dry. Bag making an escape. Kind of important to remember to drive the car while operating the camera. But yeah, welcome to the town of Deepwater. And this is Bloxham's Creek. Behold, somebody still has a few moo cows. 20 degrees Celsius. Midday. End of August. Winter hasn't finished yet. 20 degrees at midday. Wonder what spring and summer's going to be like. That's why I don't have any sheep on my place. Sheep? No sheep. That's the difference destocking makes. Oh, what fun it is to go on a Sunday drive these days during Australia's terminal drought. Somebody obviously likes having really strong gateposts. Ah, by the Holy Sailor, I am really glad that I do not own any livestock. Them gateposts again. I would really hate to be the person who owns those bloody sheep and cattle. This land is dry land. And I don't know of anybody who's actually having a good time of it in this drought. One bloke I heard of, he's going around the sales and he's buying cheap cattle and sticking them on the travelling stock reserves. And he's now starting to come under fire from his neighbours because the cattle that he's putting on public land are trying to water themselves in public rivers, and they're fouling the rivers and creeks that the local landowners have been drinking out of. So yeah, that was the one bloke that I know of who was thinking that he was going to be making money out of the drought. Not going well for him at all. Not bloody going well for these people around here either. What a bloody ghastly time to be a farmer. Once again, it's worse on one side of the road than it is on the other. Because some people have destocked early and some people have made the bet that it'll be right. It always rains at the end of a drought. It'll come good. Not so much, apparentarily. And if you look at that, you'll see that's a place where it's already been contoured into swales to hold the water. However, there is a little bit of water in this creek. I saw it around the bend sort of thing as I was approaching. Ranges Valley Dam is as low as I've ever seen it. Although there seems to be plenty of water in it for the cattle at the feedlot so far. All those brown areas above the tree line, that's where the trees are like the ones at my place that have run out of water and turned brown, but some places over there there's great big blocks of them. So I guess that's going to be interesting if they get subject to ember attack, because I sort of live out there up in the tree line. Irrigated land, not irrigated land. The irrigated land is indisputably greener than that on the other side of the road. And once again, this is country that's been contoured into swales to hold the water. This is the good country. Whereas that's the country that's owned by Marubeni Resources, Japanese multinational that's got Ranges Valley Dam with which to irrigate. Bit of a difference. It's actually green. Look at that patch of dead trees on the hill. Ouch. And that's surprisingly green because that's not irrigated, and I know the bloke who farms it. Obviously he's doing something right this year. Beardy Waters has become the Severn River because colonial geography. So this is actually the western side of my next door neighbour, Barilda. And he's still got cows. So up there on top of the ridge, my place doesn't look quite so bad. Ciao.